Time now! It's 11 o'clock on this Wednesday night, August 13th, 2014 on a Wednesday night. It's time now for the What I've Been Just Your PJ with the Late Night Report. Wednesday night, August 13th, 2014. Good evening, everybody. Our current is 11 o'clock in North Massachusetts. 69 degrees at temperature with both skies, humidity 9%, wind speed west about 6 miles per barometer. 29.65 inches, super about 66 degrees and visibility of 10 miles. Alright, let's take a look at our radar scope, and it shows bands of heavy rain covering much of Maine, some raining in Maine, and up in the eastern portions of Quebec and western portions of Quebec, and over the northern and central portions of Ontario, and stretching out the western portions of Nova Scotia, western Nova Scotia, and western New Brunswick here. And we're seeing some moderate and heavy bands of rain coming out off the southeastern Maine coast, off Kennebec Beach and off Old Orchard Beach, and stretching it off the Portland, Maine, and up in Falmouth, and rain and rain Freeport and around L. Bean's headquarters here, and stretching it into east of Auburn, Lewiston, and then west of Augusta around Wayne, and stretching up at Belgrade Lake, starting up in Maine here, and raining and heavily in northwestern Maine and down to southeastern Quebec, south of Quebec City here. And we've seen some spotty rain showers in northeastern Illinois down of west central portions of Indiana. Spotty rain showers up in northeastern South Carolina, and line of spotty showers and storms off the northeastern Florida coastline. Spotty rain showers south central Georgia Avenue, north central Florida Panhandle, and up for southeastern portions of Louisiana and the northeastern Mexico down for southern Texas. And seeing some rain showers and storms from northern Mexico, stretching it down the Four Quarter region, stretching up into Wyoming and Montana, down for the Four Quarter region, and down to northern Nevada, western Dakota, down for south central Saskatchewan, western Alberta, down for southern British Columbia here. Pittsburgh, Colorado. Good morning, good evening. It's 65 degrees with overcast skies here. Okay, take a look at our satellite loop. Shows a lot of clouds covered a bunch of Maine to New Hampshire, and up to Ontario, down for Quebec here, and stretching it down, covering much of Atlantic Canada, and spotty clouds off the eastern Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina coastline, and patch of clouds more in western Wisconsin and northeastern Minnesota, and clouds on the eastern Ontario, and line of clouds for Mexico, stretching to the southeastern Arizona, New Mexico, western Texas, and down for Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, western Montana, and Pacific Northwest and southern British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, down for the Dakotas, down for eastern Nebraska, down for Kansas, and the line of clouds covered from northwestern British Columbia up to Yukon, the line of clouds from southern British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, down to Manitoba here. Okay, let's take a look at the map situation here. Cold front from Washington, Oregon, stretching it out to sea. Station front from Alberta, down for the Rockies. And a cold front from the Gulf States, stretch it up to the Atlantic seaboard on the warm front off the New England coastline, out to sea. And a pink front from western New England up to upstate New York and Ontario. Warm front around Minnesota, cold front from Wisconsin, stretching it out to north central Michigan and up into western Quebec, and a warm front up to Quebec here. High pressure in Missouri, Four Quarter region, Yellowstone Valley, and up in the northwestern Ontario, while low pressure in central Washington, western Nevada, and southeastern California. And we got a photoby from southeastern British Columbia and eastern Washington, Oregon, and a photoby from southeastern Oregon down for northern Nevada. Photoby down for California, and a photoby from southeastern California down for the Gulf of California, and a photoby in the Gulf of Mexico, and a photoby from West Virginia down west central Pennsylvania down for western New York State here. And parallel low pressures at western Quebec and off New York City. 69 degrees at temperature in Boston. It's 63 out of Burlington, Vermont. 64 in Syracuse, New York, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 75 in New York. 77 in Washington, D.C. 69 in Detroit. It's 70 in Chicago. 75 in Kansas City. 73 in Omaha, Nebraska. 76 out of Minneapolis. It's 89 in Dallas. 85 in Brownsville, Texas. 84 in Miami, Florida. 77 in Atlanta, Georgia. It's 75 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, 92 out in Phoenix, 80 out in Salt Lake City, 81 in Denver, 91 in Las Vegas, 70 in Los Angeles, 71 out in San Francisco, 72 out in Seattle, and 90 out in Great Falls, Montana. Current conditions around the region at the 11 hour, 67 in Boston and Bedford, 61 in Fitchburg, and then 67 out in Hayville, 63 in Bedford, 66 in Gloucester, 66 in Webster, 61 in Sturbridge, 63 in Worcester, 66 in Norwood. Pair of 70s in Taunton and Bedford and Falmouth and Cape Cod Bay, 66 in Plymouth and Provincetown, 63 in Chatham, 69 in Manchester, 69 in Martha's Vineyard, 68 in Nantucket, 70 in Block Island, 69 in Wesley, 68 in Providence, 61 in Smithfield, it's 67 in Springfield, 61 in Hammer, 61 in Greenfield, 64 in Northampton, 63 in Pittsfield, 65 in Albany, New York, it's 64 in Bennington, 61 in Brattleboro, 63 in Keene, 62 in Jefferson, New Hampshire, and in Concord, New Hampshire, 60 in Manchester, New Hampshire, 63 in Nashua, New Hampshire, 66 in Pottsville, New Hampshire, 68 in Windsor, 67 in Hartford, 67 in Meriden, 66 in Waterbury, Connecticut, 67 in Danbury, Connecticut, 72 in New Haven, 73 in Bridgeport, 74 in Lawrence Island, 72 in Montauk, 71 in Islip, and 76 out in New York City. Forecast discussion around the country. Forecast discussion in New England there. A strong low pressure system will move northeast of the region tonight, with dry air filtered into the region in its wake, and dry weather and relatively light winds are expected for Thursday and Friday. Expect isolated showers are possible crossing interior during the afternoon hours of Thursday and Friday. Saturday expected to be dry to low, chance to showers Sunday, about a 40% chance. New turbine to 6 a.m. Thursday morning, 10 p.m. update. Only change to this update is to speed up clearing process and showers in the region as post-frontal mirror mass affect across the area, and dew points are already down in the mid-50s across Chester County and New Hampshire. Wind shift and frontal pressure across southeast Massachusetts, and temperature will continue moving eastward and eventually offshore. Some patch of overnight in the valleys where boundary layers to couples and winds drop off. This will especially be the case across the eastern Connecticut and the western Rhode Island, where a saturated ground will be contributing to the fog formation as 3 to 5 inches rain fall occurred today, and occupies previous forecast and track early discussion below. And forecast discussion around the country shows heavy rain continues to threaten New England on Wednesday, and showers and thunderstorms with flash flood potential impact the desert southwest. The upper level low driving the frontal boundary northward across New England on Wednesday will continue to deliver copious amounts of rain to the region, and considering the impressive rainfall rates that we're seeing on Tuesday throughout the Midland and pushes on the northeast, flash flooding cannot be ruled out for New England environment tonight into Thursday morning, and surface will begin to exit Maine by Thursday evening, and the heavier activity and will taper off as a result in the wake of a system's cold front. Low humidity will follow and make its way for a pleasant condition for the northeast and Midland over the next few days. The front boundary that has exited off the east coast of South across the southeast and so far, some daytime showers and thunderstorms over the next couple of days, especially in the deep south and Florida. Some thunderstorms could be seen along the Texas coastline for Thursday morning, and monsoon and moisture will continue to set off scattered convection in the desert southwest with plenty of instability and moisture for the atmosphere to tap, and fresh wind is a potential threat that present now for some portions of the Intermountain West could also be scattered showers and thunderstorms that Friday as a relatively strong upper level low moves across the region from Wednesday and Thursday. Alright, let's take a look at our tropic situation here. Nothing is brewing in the tropics here in the Atlantic so far. Here's the latest advisory on Karina here. Okay, location 17.4 to the north, 114.1 to the west, about 465 miles, 750 kilometers south of the 7 tip of Baja California in the southwest, and maximum sustained winds 50 miles by 85 kilometers an hour, and present movement west at 275 degrees at 15 miles per hour, 24 kilometers an hour. Minimum central pressure 1,000 millibars and 29.53 inches. There are no coastal watch warnings in effect, and 8 p.m. Eastern Pacific time. 03 in the UTC, the center of tropical storm Karina was located near latitude 17.4 to the north, longitude 1 to 14.1 to the west, and Karina is moving toward the west near 50 miles per 24 kilometers an hour, and only a slight decrease in the forward speed is expected during the next day or so. Maximum winds near 50 miles per hour and 85 kilometers an hour, with higher gusts and strengthening is forecasted during the next 48 hours, and Karina can become a hurricane by Thursday night. Tropical storm force winds could extend out northward to 35 miles per hour, 55 kilometers from the center, and the estimated minimum central pressure is 1,000 millibars and 29.53 inches. Here. And this is a map on Katrina. Still, storm is going to become a hurricane on Thursday night, and it's going to make its way to the west and half and southwest here. Okay. Disturbance number 1 in the Eastern Pacific here. An elongated area of low pressure is located about 1,200 miles east-southeast of the Big Island of Hawaii. Due to the Buddha's system, showers and thunderstorms and environmental conditions are expected to be conductive of gradual development of the system during the next 7 days. While it moves slowly westward, this system should move in the South Pacific Basin late Thursday and Friday and likely to become a tropical depression later this week over the weekend. Formation chance for 4 hours. Minimum 50% and formation chance for 5 days, high 80%. And the latest on Hurricane Julio here. Hurricane Julio weakening and moving slowly northward of far of Hawaii. Summary on 5 o'clock Hawaiian time, 300 UTC. Location 30.9 in the north, 159.1 in the west, about 665 miles, 1075 kilometers north of Honolulu, Hawaii. Maximum sustained winds 75 miles per hour, and present movement north-northeast about 20 degrees at 3 miles per hour. Minimum sensitive pressure 96 millibars, 29 to 12 inches. The unknown coastal watch warning is effective at 5 o'clock p.m. Hawaiian time and 300 UTC. The center of Hurricane Julio is located in the latitude 30.9 in the north, longitude 159.1 in the west, and Julio is moving toward the north-northeast at near 3 miles per hour, 6 kilometers an hour, turn toward the northeast. Will occur tonight, followed by a turn in the north and continued slow forward movement on Friday. Maximum sustained winds near 75 miles per 120 kilometers an hour, higher gust. The steady weakness is expected for Friday. Hurricane force winds extend outward up to 35 miles per 55 kilometers in the center, and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 125 miles, 205 kilometers an hour. The estimated minimum sensitive pressure is 96 millibars, or 29.12 inches. No hazards affecting land here. Okay. Let's take a look at our tomorrow's highs. It is going to be dazzling tomorrow. 76 for Boston, 73 for Worcester, 76 for Hartford, 72 Albany, New York, 63 Portland, Vermont, 75 in Concord, New Hampshire, 76 in Portland, Maine, and 70 in New York City. So, it'll be around the 60s around Vermont and then up near Around New York. Well, widespread 70-degree readers will be the key for much of the region of tomorrow. Okay. This is the polar weather estimate, and say 3 to 6 inches of rain fell in the eastern Connecticut, Rhode Island, and 2 to 4 inches of rain fell in northwestern Massachusetts here, and 13.3 inches of rain fell on Long Island in about 10 hours. That's 2 weeks worth of rain here. Alright. Let's take a look at our weather notes. Raining heavily in northern New England and Maine, and showers lingering in Maine tomorrow. Cleared for Thursday and Friday and Saturday, and isolated thunderstorm Friday in northern New England and west Hampton, Massachusetts. 5.3 700 an inch of rain. Agawam 4.3 100 inch of rain. Londonderry, New Hampshire 2.28 inches of rain, and Nislip, New York, big jackpot 13.55 inches of rain. Dry 10 to the end of the week here in Connecticut 2.90 inches. 3.27 inches for Springfield, Massachusetts. 1.76 inches for Worcester, Massachusetts. 2.4 inches of Groton, Connecticut, and near an inch in Boston. And Providence, T.F. Green Airport broke the record for daily rainfall today with 2.25 inches, fell breaking the old record in 1.28 inches set in 1958. Here, a nice night in town. And our window view from the outside shows a clear night on tap, and we're gonna see some park clouds skies overnight and a dazzling stretch of weather in store. 7-day forecast will go like this. Overnight, patch back before 2 a.m. hours. Park clouds sky low 6 degrees and west wind about 6 miles per hour. Thursday, sun skies under 36 degrees and west wind about 7 to 9 miles per hour. Thursday night, mostly clear sky low 56 degrees. Southwest wind about 5 miles per hour and calm in the evening. Friday, mostly sun sky under 76 degrees and calm wind becoming southwest about 5 to 9 miles per hour in the morning. Friday night, park clouds sky low 56 degrees and west wind about 5 miles per hour and calm in the evening. So today, Boston Science got high near 78 degrees on Saturday night. Podcast got low and 61 degrees on Sunday. Chester Shaw's Boston Class got high near 78 degrees and chance of precipitation is 40%. Sunday night, Chester Shaw's podcast got low and 61 degrees and chance of precipitation is 40%. Monday, Boston Science got high near 79 degrees. Monday night, podcast got low and 60 degrees. And Tuesday, Boston Science got high near 79 degrees. Tuesday night, podcast got low and 61 degrees. For Wednesday, Boston Science got high near 81 degrees. Peters, what a phrase of the night! A spectacular Thursday in store and a spectacular stretch of weather in town. Picture channel news time, 15 after 11, and it is time now for the travel report here on this late Wednesday night here. Take a look at the traffic here at 15 after 11 here, and a little slow spot. Route 2 on the eastbound side. Slow around the Boxford Acton stretches here. And 94 in them. I-84 on the eastbound side, an accident in the Sturbridge. And Southeast Expressway on the northbound side, slowing around Tobin Bridge, New Jersey due to road construction and lane closed on Tobin Bridge, stop between Chelsea Curveston and Tobin Bridge. Peter Channel News time, 11:17, time now, follow. Peter Channel News late night report. Good evening, William. Peter Wiggins, that's what happened on this Wednesday night. Here, top story at 11:17 is Washington, where U.S. Defense Department officials said late Wednesday that the United States Air Force and Kurdish fighters have broken into the London militant siege of months and alarm times of the Yazidis trapped their escape. In Ferguson, Missouri, hopes for peace. Here after 3 nights ran in with Dash when another demonstration brought a huge tour of force and violence erupted. Robert Williams entered the ultimate question with a belt around his neck. In Freetown, Sierra Leone, a second. Late in Sierra Leone, doctors succumbed to Ebola epidemic sweeping across West Africa, dealing with another blow to the country's faltered efforts to stem the disease. Arizona State senior offensive lineman Edward Chip Surfin has come out gay as the school's athletic department confirmed that was reported on Wednesday by the local magazine for gay sports. In Santos, Brazil, and Brazilian President candidate Eduardo Campos was killed in a plane crash on Wednesday following the other October electoral local financial markets in industry. Pope Francis arrived in Seoul Thursday, marking the first papal visit to the country in 25 years. The historic visit is also known as the Catholicism's shift in demographics as an increasing number of believers came in from Latin America, Africa, and Asia. In Gaza City, Palestinian diplomats in Cairo said Hamas and Israel agreed to Wednesday to a 5-day extension of the Gaza Strip and a ceasefire to negotiate a more permanent solution. Even as a barrage of rockets were lobbed at Israel in a deadly accident. The body of 6 young women have been found stuffed in a suitcase in Bali, and 40 have arrested her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend in relation to the police said. Photos during this factor how the President Obama has handled the world's hotspots, most of them giving him a sense of the job he's doing in Iraq, Israel, and Ukraine. The federal appeals court that last month struck down Virginia's ban on same-sex unions refused Wednesday to delay the effects of the ruling. Hillary Clinton has begun her foreign policy split with President Obama after remarks she made in the review of the Atlantic Message criticizing her decision she made on Syria, Iran, and Israel, among others. A woman who was arrested twice last week after sneaking onto a flight from San Jose to Los Angeles and returning to Los Angeles International Airport days later was sentenced to nearly 6 months in jail, a city attorney office spokesman said. In San Jose, California, what has become almost a new ritual, a career network of communications call it Cisco citizens on Wednesday said it laid off thousands of It plays that it struggles with sluggish sales that have raged at first. By Tech Lifts Wall Street and down back to black for 2014. Samsung has launched its new Galaxy Alpha with a metal frame and ability to boost sales after the plastic design of its smartphone has been blamed for the company's recent struggles. She was one of the last true great stars of the Golden Age law where the Lord because certainly didn't hold back when it came to giving her opinion of a new wave of actors and actresses in Tinseltown. The cast of Give Her hit the red carpet in New York City's Brenton Freights. He hopes Ajay Russia, Taylor Swift and Cameron Meyer intend to give her performer at the Zig Field Fair in New York on Monday. Stanford mathematicians won the coveted 2014 Fields Medal for her original work in understanding the mathematical symmetry of curved surfaces and cell-shaped spaces. Measured 10 feet 3 meters long and weighed more than 400 pounds, 180 kilograms, the target imagined of Puma, the largest fish in the Americas on river basin Cougar River missing. A bed of dinosaur bones found in Brazil contains a skeleton for some individuals over a new species of pterosaur. If you love red meat, you want to be sure to avoid a tick in the US 70 East. It seems like a true strange reaction to the tick bite for more and more people are finding they can no longer eat red meat every mean bit of them. Don't start tick. London the first of its kind of study my team doctor included one of revealed a higher body mass index, increase the risk of developing and attending most common cancers. Cortland Reds finally used that aspect of challenge as an opportunity to send a very jab at my pity in his former French Canadian current Brown's head coach. And in this February 7, 2012 filed for an employee holds a packet of salt at a market in Cleveland. A large international study challenges them for most people to cut back on salt. Let's take a look at our New England incident alerts in Chelmsford, Massachusetts. A motor vehicle accident Route 3 stopping under the rotary and tractor-trailer unit versus vehicle. Tractor-trailer units and median passenger car in a high-speed lane and Chelmsford Police Department on scene EMS en route. In a bar, Kempston, Connecticut, working fire 5 low way in fire basement of a structure, Milton route. And Vernon, Connecticut, 30 Union Street fire by the laundry room. Take a look at sports roundup on this Wednesday night, and the Boston Red Sox sweep a 2-game series with the Cincinnati Reds with a 5-3 victory over the Cincinnati Reds here. The Red Sox will be back at Fenway Park for a homestand starting tomorrow night against the Houston Astros at Fenway Park here. Red Sox yet to have a pitcher determined. It's Alan Webster will be a man for the Red Sox as they take on the Houston Astros tomorrow night at Fenway Park. Scott Feldman a man for the Astros here. Take a look at the other scores around the majors here. Bottom 11th and 8th. Scots battle in Cleveland. Cleveland Indians, Arizona Diamondbacks. No score. Philadelphia Phillies lead the Los Angeles Angels 2-1 in the bottom of the 4th in Anaheim. Seattle Mariners lead the Toronto Blue Jays 2-0 on top of the 5th. Minnesota over Houston 3-1. San Francisco Giants over the Chicago White Sox 7-1. It is the Cleveland Indians over the Arizona Diamondbacks regional made up game from yesterday because of the rain in Cleveland there. San Diego over Colorado 5-3. Baltimore Orioles over New York Yankees 5-3. Detroit Tigers over the Pittsburgh Pirates 8-4. Atlanta Braves edge out the Los Angeles Dodgers 3-2. St. Louis Cardinals over the Miami Marlins 5-2. Washington Nationals nip the New York Mets 3-2. Chicago Cubs over the Milwaukee Brewers 4-2. Tampa Bay Rays top the Texas Rangers 10-1, and Kansas City Royals over the Oakland Athletics 3-0 in here. Take a look at what is down in the farm in Pawtucket here. The Paw Sox edge out the Winter Braves 4-3. Chicago Sky over the Washington Mystics 72-69. Atlanta Dream over the Phoenix Mercury 96-82. Here. Okay, let's take a look at our sports section. ASU offensive tackle Chip surfing on disease K as Colin Sterling has an event not just strength, but he's winning out of options. The latest strike against him came Wednesday when a California Appeals Court rejected a stop request to a stop sale Los Angeles Clippers. The case for Tiger Woods in the Ryder Cup was one beyond the reach of this event of the most high-priced attorneys, and that's every court if you hear it. Dodgers starting pitcher Hyun Jin Ryu is examined after injuring his right leg in the 6th inning of a game against the Braves, and Wednesday night as the Dodgers could have lost Hyun Jin Ryu to an injury, and he can be out for the rest of the season. Here, the father driver ran over, killed by Tony Stewart, told the Syracuse Post-Standard on Wednesday there's no reason to crash that led to his son's death. Yankee outfielder Brett Gardner left in Jacoya Ellsbury after Aaron Jones went homer in the 8th inning. Landon Orioles put up the pen. In Atlanta, even without lead-in scorer Angel McCaffrey, the Atlanta Dream had no trouble putting up points against the league best Phoenix Mercury. The signs are subliminal, not anymore. They're right out there in full view of louder boisterous. That's part of the way Mark Davis and Jerry Jones sort of intended it all to be. As Kawakami said, Rangers and Los Angeles are still a good match. What do you Dodgers suggest Rangers to move to him to a 6-man prevented? Roger Federer won his opening match at the Western 7 Open near Cincinnati, Ohio, Wednesday, a 3-set victory over Vasek Pospisil, and that was his 300th career victory during a Masters tournament. No team needed a break more than Johnson. No pitcher more like JPV. They got a monstrous one Wednesday benefiting from this like will that probably will be out over the winter and ran with it. Miami Marlins unable to sweep St. Louis because the win would have put in over 500, proved their position in division, and wildcard sentence given their first home sweep at St. Louis Cardinals since 1996. Cleveland Indians starting pitcher Trevor Bauer delivered to the first inning of the first game of the doubleheader against the Arizona Diamondbacks as Bauer kept cool against his former team. Despite the top two teams they used to cover, that one and Carmelo Anthony turned down the once again futures lead Brian James will be the first opponents of the Knicks to begin in 2014-15 season. Commissioner Bud Selig is with Bill DeWitt Jr., the St. Louis Cardinals chairman and head of the search committee, to find a new commissioner at the Baltimore game against the Yankees on Wednesday. Baltimore Cardinals are best in that with 8 strikeouts against the Nationals. Published Mike Tomlin hit a 2-1 homer and drove in 3 runs up Boston Red River its first winning trip in more than 3 games this season with a 5-4 victory over Cincinnati Reds on Wednesday afternoon in Tokyo, Washington. U.S. national team defender DeAndre Yedlin signed for U2 with a tournament on Wednesday but will remain in the United States with the Seattle Sounders fact the Marines under MLS contract season in part 2015. Here. And the Celtics will open their regular season at Wednesday night at the TD Garden on Wednesday, October 29th with Ulf and Kevin Garnett and the Brooklyn Nets. This is the Peter Channel, the Weber Magician, and the Peter Channel News on this. Wednesday night, August 13th, 2001, PJ was a good night with a good positive to be seen tomorrow morning. Good night.